This 26 Sports and CCTV high school hockey presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Wex and Cadillac. My name is Bill Dooley, and we're very pleased to have a special guest here tonight, senior Emma Lloyd from the Cadillac ski team. And how you doing, Emma?
I'm doing good. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us here tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Emma, we just want to, since we don't get to cover you guys, with 26 Sports and CCTV, it's always nice to have you guys up here in the booth. We talked to Alex Netzley a little while, so maybe you can tell our viewers out there a little bit about yourself and how you got interested in skiing.
Yeah. I started when I was super little. My grandparents and my parents both got me into it, and right away I loved it. And it's super competitive for me, and it's I love the pressure of it, being in the start gate, getting ready to go. It's my favorite part for sure.
Now, speed-wise, I know I always wondered when you guys are at your fastest speed going down the hill, what would you estimate, Emma, if you just had to give us a speed? Depending
on the hill, you can, in a GS course, you can usually get up to 50, probably, somewhere in there.
Okay, so you like hurdling your body at 50 miles an hour down a snow-covered slope where you could wipe out, right?
I love it, yeah.
Okay. All right, just want to make sure that everybody out there understands your thinking. Emma, can you tell us a little bit about last year and some of the things that you were able to accomplish?
Yeah, last year was pretty successful for me. I ended up all VNC, which meant I was usually top 10. I was all region, which meant I was top 10 in the regional, and I also was all state, which is top 10 in state too, so that's cool.
Wow, congratulations, a great season there. A little bit about your team this year, how they looking, and did you guys have a meet yet? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we had our first meet last week, and it went pretty well. We're a super young and sort of small team, but all the girls are looking super strong, and I'm really excited. We have a meet. Our second meet is actually next Tuesday too, and it's the Cadillac Invitational, so it'll be home.
So at Cabaret.
Yep.
And who will be some of the teams there?
It'll be Benzie, Gaylord, Petoskey, yeah.
Okay.
Teams like that, yep.
Who's the kind of the perennial powerhouse in skiing? Is it Petoskey?
It's Traverse City.
Oh,
so Traverse City Central and Traverse City West are both super, super good.
Okay. And do you have other seniors, women's or girls skiers?
There's two upperclassmen.
Okay.
I'm the only senior. Then there's a junior, and then there's one senior boy.
Okay. And when you guys have your meets, do you have both girls and boys at the same time during the meets? Okay.
Yep. In the morning, the girls will do slalom, and the boys will do GS, and then it will switch for the afternoon.
Okay, great. Do you get a chance to see very many hockey games?
I like to come to them when I can, when I don't have practice and stuff. I like hockey.
Emma, we covered football this fall and had a lot of fun with that, and you were the kicker for the Vikings, and you did a great job. I mean, that was just fun watching you boot that ball for extra points and stuff. But there was one play that I recall, and I think you know which one I'm talking about. It was against Manistee, and they had a really good runner.
Yeah.
You kicked it off. He got the ball, and he went through everybody, and there was one person to beat. That was you. Can you tell us a little bit about that play?
Yeah, I just wasn't even really thinking. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, well, I should probably just block him. And I mean, I didn't know how to block. I didn't know how to tackle, but I just ran over there and and he was just coming at me. But it was a little scary.
Well, you're too, honest. I mean, you hit him. You knocked him out of bounds. You saved a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
You went down too, right?
Yeah.
you got up a little slow?
A little slow. I was a little bit disoriented and not really sure where I was.
Oh, man, that was great, though. We saw on video, we watched the next day of the hit, and everybody was talking about it, so that was really cool. We want to thank you for being a guest, Emma.
Yeah, thank you.
Before you leave, I wonder if you could humor me and try and give me your best impersonation as a hockey broadcaster when they say, these scores. How can you do that?
All right. And he shoots, and he scores!
Yeah, there's a high five right there. I think Jeff might have to find another job, all right, Emma?
I think so, too.
Well, Emma, good luck to you and your team this year in going to regionals. So,
thank you.
And good luck, too. Do you know where you're going to school next year?
Yeah, I'm playing soccer at Elma.
At Elma? All right.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
all right.
you so
Very
much.
good. We'll give this microphone over there to Jeff.
Get my job back?
I don't think so. Watch your step there, Emma, okay? Thank you so much. All right. As Jeff is putting the headset back on, it was so nice to have Emma Lloyd, senior, and the captain of the girls ski team in Cadillac. And Jeff, your job is a little bit in peril.
I was a little worried about that when I looked up here and you were still talking with her like 10 minutes later.
Well, not only is she, like I said, she was telling us about skiing and going 50 miles an hour down the slopes and just the excitement. It's kind of like hockey, with the
right.
speed and intensity. So, but waiting for the teams to get back on the ice here, we do want to mention once again, Jeff, that you and I will be here on February 2nd in Cadillac, and that'll be the 20-year tribute to Cadillac High School hockey. And we hope to have several of the former players from that first year in 1998, and then other years down the line, whether it's 2005 or 10, whatever it is.
Right. Yeah.
A bunch of players.
Sprinkle them in here and there from different years.
We'll be interviewing Coach Scott Graham along with the former coach Tom Mueller. So that'll be really interesting to get their perspective on how things started off here in Cadillac, and looking forward to getting some of the players up here in the booth. You and I will take turns letting them put the headset on, telling a few stories from the past.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be a good night.
Should be great.
Good way to kind of celebrate 20 years of Cadillac hockey.
Yep. And we are about ready to go here in the third period.
All right, Petoskey's going to be on a power play yet for 27 seconds as the Vikings are trying to kill one off there at the end of the period.
Van Antwerp for Petoskey plays it back just a little bit out of the reach of Hebner. That's Kyle Hebner. Kyle Hebner goes past one man, cuts to the middle. There's a shot. He tried the high side, short side. Mitch Fortin plays it in behind the net. Nice check there by Justin Smith. Turning with it is Austin Pendrick. There's 1 second to go. It is back to full strength. Out in the middle, and that one is just chopped, knocked down with the stick. It was not a high stick, so they can keep playing it. And now everybody's at full strength, Jeff, with 16:20 to go here in the third period. Kept in nicely by Fortin. Hebner dumps it in opposite corner. Going to get it is Pendrick to Tonello. Good pass to Shear. Shear up over center. He's got one man to beat. That's Van Antwerp. He'll take a shot, and there's a toe save, far side.
Good toe save. He had that corner pick, too.
Smart shot there by Shear. Now coming over the zone is Ethan Decker. Wide of the net. He gets his own rebound, but doesn't get out front. Carpenter puts a check on him. Now Danny Sisko tries to center it. Taylor Fedig with the puck, and it goes wide into the corner. Just avoiding that big hit is Tonello. And now Brandon Eller up the boards to Alan Shear. Shear does not clear the zone. Taylor Fedig now has got a little bit of speed and going into the corner with it. Gets it back over to Hebner. Hebner with a shot. That one scores!
Boy, Swapper got a piece of it, and it just ended up dribbling in. He's talking with his defense there. Might have gone out of his defenseman, maybe.
I think that one was tipped in by a Cadillac defenseman.
Yep.
And
he just talked to him, and he gave him a little pat and said, hey, it happens. We'll get her back.
So I know that Hebner will probably get credit for the goal, and it was probably tipped in by a Cadillac player. So regardless, it is 1-0 Petoskey. Not a power play goal. That was at full even strength.
Right, and Petoskey was doing a really good job of keeping the puck in the zone. Cadillac was getting a little frustrated, could not get the puck out of the zone, and it paid dividends for the Petoskey offense.
Puck is out of play, and there'll be a face-off at center ice.
And the shots have been favoring Cadillac so far tonight. The Vikings outshot Petoskey 10-5 in the first period and 9-6 in the second period. So they got a little edge in shots, but Petoskey's starting to catch up here with this opening third period flurry.
Puck is played out to center off the stick of Leotardt. Carter Fosmore will dump it in for the Vikings, and chasing after it is senior Ian Munch. Back to the point, keeping it in there was Pendrick. Max Koch turns with it. Koch with a backhand pass. He'll get it up to Hebner. Hebner's got some speed on the left side. Cuts to the middle. There's a shot and good save Boy, he knows how to get into shooting position. That was Derek Hebner, assisted to Danny Sisko on that play. Linesman Jeremy Garrett will face it off down deep in the Cadillac zone. Phillips with the face-off. It goes back to the point. Petoskey turning with it. That's Fortin in the corner. Fortin protecting the puck along the boards. Zach Izzard is right in the mix of things. Finally, Cadillac gets it out to center. Van Antwerp will put it back to the blue line.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to the Petoskey players during the intermission, but they've definitely come out with a little bit more energy here in the third period.
Yeah, Coach Brent Ward said some words, and the Northmen came out. Brent played his high school hockey in Trenton, Michigan, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
And it's his 7th year as the head coach for the Northmen. Tipped out to center. We got a 2-on-1 here. Mitch Fortin loses control, gets it back, shoots, scored! Oh, did he ever pick the far side on that one?
Yes, he did. Nice shot.
Mitch Fortin used, trying to think, his winger as a decoy. That was Ethan Decker, number 7. And the Northmen go up 2-0.
Wow, and how that game has changed in a hurry. Petoskey puts 2 on the board in the first little over 4 minutes in this third period.
Yep, desperation now for the Vikings. They have got to get that next score and get some momentum going too, just some offensive time. Alan Shear gets it out to Tonello. Tonello tries to take a shot. Troxel will steer it into the corner. Up the boards. Gavin Foster shoots it off his own man, and it'll come out over the line.
All right, and we would like to mention our sponsors again here in this third period. We've got Napa Auto Parts, Pizza Plus, and Cadillac Tire. Thank you so much for your sponsorships. And again, if you would like to be a sponsor for Winter High School sports, please contact our sales team at 231-577-1844 or email sales@mynews26.com. Bill?
All right, back behind the Cadillac zone, David Carpenter. Over to Gavin Foster, to Derek Tonello. Derek Tonello trying to get through a couple men, now picked up by Shear. Shear, inside-out move, a backhander wide of the net. Puck is played at the blue line, keeping it in is Tonello. Now he goes to the net. Shear got it out to him, but Troxel makes a good pass, and then flipping it down the ice, stopping it on a dime is the defenseman for Petoskey. Good wraparound play there, and taking it is Gavin Foster. Good pass to Alan Shear. Fakes it, holds on to it, and Shear will get it to the point to Van Antwerp. Looked like an offside, but no call. Now we have a hand up in the air.
White's got too many men. They got caught with an extra one out there, Bill.
Yep.
And that is not what the Vikings wanted at this point, with the Petoskey offense starting to gear it up.
Hey, Jeff, at this time we want to send out a big hello to Keegan Welsh. He's a bruising forward who played with the Vikings from 2002 to 2005.
Bruising, I like that.
Yeah. Keegan lives with his wife Bree in Jacksonville, Florida, and works with Granger Industrial Supplies. And I have a question for Keegan if he's out there listening. If Jacksonville faces the Vikings in the Super Bowl, Keegan, who are you going to vote for? We'll just leave it open-ended at that. All right,
yeah,
we've got
put him on the spot.
That's right. Here's a shot kicked away by Connor Swaffer. Nice body check there, and it's back to the point to Van Antwerp. He'll fake the shot, and then it goes to the middle. The Vikings clear, and they do not get it out. Good hustle play by Van Antwerp. Van Antwerp, got it all the way through.
He rang it off the post is what he did.
Decker had the deflection. There's
goalie's best friend.
Behind the net is Ethan Becker, and the Vikings will clear it down the ice, and they'll look for a line change.
Yeah, good shift up there by Andrew Van Antwerp on as a freshman. on the point, keeping that puck in a couple different times and then rang it off the post.
Jeff, he's little, but boy, he's a smart player.
Yeah, he's a lot like Austin Pendrick for the Vikings. You
Yes.
know, they're small, but they're very smart with the puck. They're smooth skaters, and they take their time and look around. You just kind of make it look easy out there.
Yeah, and that play right there with 2 Vikings calmly made the play. And now Van Antwerp has it again. Here's a pass up the side to Hebner. That's Derek Hebner. Wristed in. Taken by Justin Smith, and Smith will clear the zone. Going down is Van Antwerp. Here comes Alan Shear. Shear is going in on a breakaway as one guy to beat. Backhand shot saved, Troxel. And the net goes off the mooring, so it'll stay deep in the Northman zone. He didn't get the shot he wanted because of the great hustle by the defenseman.
And the defenseman took the right side, too, because he picked the forehand side to defend on. He kind of forced Allen to go to his backhand and just couldn't get enough on it.
So you youngsters out there, I mean, that's a smart play. Alan Shear has one of the best wrist shots on his forehand. He forced him to go to the backhand.
Yeah, he did.
And Troxel then just has to cover the short side, too, most shots.
Yep, and when he puts his pad down, when you're stretched out like Allen was, it's hard to elevate the puck where it needs to be.
Yep.
So good defense by Petoskey on that. But if you got a breakaway, that's the guy you want to have it with, Alan Shear. He's the Vikings' leading scorer this year. And him and Hebner's shot are a lot alike, too. They can really let it rip.
Yep, a heavy wrist shot. Danny Sisko now, number 74 for Petoskey. Trying to settle it down, gets it back to the point to Baker. Baker's shot never got through. It was blocked by Tonello, I want to say. Nope, it was...
I think it was Ian Lilly.
Ian Lilly, because we had both the Ians right there.
That was Ian somebody.
Yeah.
Ian Munch or Ian Lilly.
All right,
so as the
DVDs, Jeff, we do have to get that in there if people are interested in DVDs.
Yeah, that's right. DVDs are available for these broadcasts. They're available at cctv-cadillac.org and mynews26.com. You can order a single game or a box set of the season. You get a really good deal when you purchase the box set. DVD orders support the cost of equipment and pro supervision of students.
Into the corner goes Derek Tonello. Hebner, first one after it, and it's shot back behind the boards. Derek Tonello, number 14, hustling hard. Taken away momentarily by Hayden Watkins. Back out to Shear, and a one-timer just wide of the net. Alan Shear picks it up, going wide, just tipped away by Dallas. Fights for it. Goes back to the point. Carpenter. High, and it's going to be grabbed off. Smart play there by Taylor Troxel. He'll hold on to it with 9:42 to go in the third. It's 2-0 Petoskey.
Yeah, that is a smart play. Taylor could kind of sense that the Vikings were just kind of getting something going. His players were scrambling there a little bit, so it gives them a chance to settle down, get some fresh legs out on the ice.
We want to thank our crew tonight. On camera on the Zamboni side is Isabeau Granados. On the north end is Renee Convica, and Bailey Hoover is up doing our main camera right now. We'll get to our director in just a moment. Face off in the Petoskey zone, and Baker plays it around to Mitch Fortin. He had one of the goals just a little while ago. There's a pass up the middle, a little bit too far out in front. Play is right in front of the Vikings bench. Vikings looking for a goal here. We've got 9:20 to go here in the third. 2-0 Petoskey. Puck is dished into the zone, no icing, and so Schmidtdale will have to take it. He's checked right there by Decker. Coming away with it is David Carpenter. Carpenter up the boards. Vikings tip it out. Here's Ian Munch. We got a potential 2-on-1. Now the Northmen get back nicely on defense.
Yeah, they were really scrambling to get back. Nice hustle by the Petoskey Northmen.
Carter Fosmore came in with some speed to try and keep it in, and now knocking it down the ice for an icing call, and this will give me a chance to let you know that Rain Johnson Hill is now doing the directing in the van right now. Morris Langworthy is assisting him, and that does it for our crew. Thank you so much. They put up with the cold. They get great shots from all angles, and that really makes a difference, Jeff, in our broadcast.
Yeah, they really do. They do a good job. Enjoyed the broadcast. All right, so draw is won by the Northmen. able to get it out. That was Van Antwerp. That's Austin Pendrick back to get it.
I'd say that Van Antwerp has had a really solid game for Petoskey.
Yeah, he is, and that's why he's been out there a lot of the game.
For a freshman, man, to log that many minutes on defense, in an important position like that. Puck goes all the way through. It changed direction off Taylor Fettig, and then he tries to center it. Cisco shot it wide. And the Vikings, Carter Fosmore, takes a big hit. Going after it is Zach Izzard. Bryce DeWitt and him collide, and DeWitt goes down. Zach Izzard goes down momentarily. Vikings lose control of it, but keeping it in with a good poke check is Kaspriak. Zach Izzard trying to get that puck for a shot, but it's Van Antwerp once again who clears the zone. Here comes Justin Smith with some speed. Being closed in by 3 Northmen right there. And here's a centering play out to Hebner. Hebner just tips it high up in the air. Alan Shear puts it back, and Van Antwerp will retreat behind his net. 7.5 to go here in the third period. 2-0 Petoskey. Vikings looking for a little magic right now. Van Antwerp fakes it. He's bothered by Hayden Watkins. Cisco picks it up and scores!
Boy, that was quick. I was actually watching Van Antwerp in the corner. It was a borderline boarding call.
Now, that was Hebner. Van Antwerp is holding his neck area.
Yeah, he went down, and he kind of fell awkwardly, and I think he fell into the boards. But I think the refs were watching the goal play. That almost could have been a penalty.
Okay, so no penalty is no signal. Okay. Now, it might have been Hebner, Jeff. I said Cisco with the goal, but we'll have to wait for the official scores to make the call. But it's 3-0 Petoskey, and that was at the 7:22 mark here in the third period.
Petoskey has taken over this third period with 3 goals.
Yep, they are in complete control at this point. Pass up to Tonello. Tonello with a pass to Shear in the middle. Following up is Tonello trying to break through, and there's a shot, doesn't make it through to the net. Centering attempt. Brendan Baker put a shot on his own goalie.
Yeah, it almost went in off their own player. He caught a break there.
Kyle Hebner scores his 16th goal this season. Here comes the Northman now with some speed. This is Baker. Baker takes a big hit by Eller. Then another player goes down. That was Baker going down again. Back to Sam Wathen. That one is blocked, and Tonello's going to go for a change. Petoskey moving the puck quickly in the middle to Wathen. Ian Lilly up the boards to Alex Leotard. The Vikings' Alex Leotard loses it right there to Baker. Baker gets it out to center. Carpenter. And now taken by Max Koch.
Things are heating up here a little bit.
Yeah, the
Vikings getting a little frustrated.
Fanning on that shot was Cadillac, and it goes into the netting behind the net. Did we get our final player profile
right now? We're going to get in right now. We tried to do this earlier in the year, so we're going to get this again. We got number 9, Zach Izzard. His parents are Shelly and Jeff Izzard, and a sister, Amelia. Besides playing hockey, Zach plays varsity football and lacrosse. Zach's favorite pastime activities are hunting, fishing, and hanging out with friends. Zach's favorite athlete is Wayne Gretzky. Zach plans on attending college after high school and hopefully play some college hockey. Congratulations to Zach Izzard on being one of our player profiles of the game.
Yeah,
and he wasn't actually alive when Gretzky was in his playing days, so it's kind of cool that he knows who Gretzky is and is his favorite.
Yeah, and Zach, for a big player, he's got great hands, can move the puck. Now here's a pass in the corner to Hebner. Hebner out front with a shot just wide. Those two really working well together. That's Derek and Kyle Hebner. In the corner, David Carpenter takes a hit, goes back behind to Derek Hebner. Derek Hebner turns with it. Again, spinning away from Gavin Foster, and he'll just play deep in the corner as the time is ticking off the clock. and it'll go down the ice for an icing.
Well, time is definitely becoming a factor here for the Vikings as we're just under 5 minutes to go.
We want to let people know to check the schedule at www.mynews26.com, and that way you can see when all these games are going to be aired at a later date.
Right. With the basketball game tonight and the hockey game, we'll have to see how that plays out. But they'll definitely replay the game over the weekend, sometime either Saturday or Sunday.
Keeping it in, then here's a delayed offside against Petoskey. They'll get back on side. Pass goes past Kaspriak down the zone. Speeding after it is Geiger with a shot, and Troxel just snaps it out of midair.
Yeah, that was a nice save, too. He had his spot picked out on the glove side, and Troxel's been there all night. He's been super solid. That's why he's pitching a shutout.
And that's why Petoskey has such a good goals against average this year, when you've got a goaltender playing with the confidence that Troxel has.
Yep, and they've been giving them some pretty good help tonight, too. The Vikings have not got a ton of scoring opportunities, and when they have, Troxel's been there.
No, I'm impressed, Jeff, with Petoskey. They're really, playing solids, playing smart. There's a play out in front of the net. It hit the Viking, Brian Geiger.
Yeah, it's pretty much if he can see the puck, he's going to stop it. They're going to need to get some traffic in front, get a deflection, get a lucky bounce, something.
We've got 4 minutes to go here in the third period. The Vikings are down 3-0. You are watching high school hockey on 26 Sports and CCTV. Here comes Derek Tonello with some speed into the corner. Tonello still has it, trying to center it, and Troxel will hang on to it and cover up.
All right, and we would like to mention our sponsors one last time here before the night gets away on us. We've got Napa Auto Parts, Pizza Plus, and Cadillac Tire. And a big thank you to all our sponsors for bringing you this sports presentation tonight.
Referees, I think, have done a really good job tonight, Jeff, calling the penalties they need to call. It's been a pretty clean game. There's a good move here by Sam Wathen, but the Vikings will try and pick it up. Wathen centers it, and Alan Shear will take it for the Vikings. Here's a nice pass to Tonello. He's got one man to beat. That's Dallas. Cuts back to the middle. Tonello with the shot just wide of the net.
Boy, he had it, too. He had him leaning over to the other side, and he just missed it. Nice move by Derek Tonello and hustle. It was a good outlet pass.
Yes, it was. And now Hayden Watkins in the corner.
I think it was actually Alan Shear that gave him that pass out of the zone.
Yes.
Those two have been working pretty well together.
Shear put a shot over top of the net. Now Justin Smith will pinch in. And there's a shot. Great save. Rebound. Another save by Troxel.
Best chance of the night.
Wow. He had to reach back, Jeff, with the stick and made that save. The Vikings have pulled their goalie with 2:58 to go. And coming down the ice, that puck is deflected. It shouldn't be an icing. Taking it is Bryce DeWitt, number 2. DeWitt will ring it around the boards, keeping it into Zach Izzard. Zach Izzard runs into a man.
Even avoiding a man, he puts them down.
That's right. Now coming out, Hebner. Whoa, is he solid. There's a shot that doesn't make it through. The Vikings trying to get organized, and we have an offside. Let's see if
no, it was
penalty?
a hit from behind. I think it was a hit from behind, I believe.
I think a Cadillac player. Yeah, that's roughing. And, it's Zach Izzard, number 9, going in, Jeff. And that really hurts because now the Vikings have to put their goalie back in. And they will be down a man with 2:30 to go and down by 3 goals.
All right, things are not looking good at this point. But as we learned Wednesday night, it is not over until it's over. The Vikings had Traverse City down 4-2 kind of late in the game, and Traverse City was able to come back, tie the game up in the waning seconds right before the buzzer, and end up winning that game in overtime. So you just never know. Now Petoskey evened it up with an elbow call.
All right.
And that's the way that works.
Yeah. Next week, Jeff, we will be covering Viking hockey. I'm trying to think which day that is.
Big Rapids on Wednesday.
Big Rapids on Wednesday. Okay, and Big Rapids is playing really good hockey this year.
Yeah, they are. They took it to us earlier in the year. One of the one of their first games of the season, and I think they blanked us like 5-0.
And they went up into Traverse City, and they beat one of the Traverse City teams bad up there too. So they're and another good team this year is the Bay Area Reps. They have been playing some excellent hockey.
Yep, looking forward to seeing them. I know that is an away game. We don't actually have them here, but I'm sure I'm going to make that game up in Traverse City to watch there. All right, so we only have an 11-second differential here in the penalties. The Vikings are going to have a 5-4 advantage since they do have their goalie pulled.
All right, so Hayden Watkins with an important face-off goes into the corner. Max Koch, number 9, puts it around the boards. Carpenter will put it into the corner, and then down the ice it goes. Icing, so they'll take that. They have a 3-goal lead. They don't care if they have to take a few face-offs deep in their zone.
Nope, not at all. Got to relieve the pressure. Even though the Vikings have them outmanned right now 5-4, it's only because they have their goalie pulled. It's actually 4-on-4 as far as the forward skaters go, not counting the goalies, so that is an icing call.
David Carpenter for the Vikings. That one never got through. It was blocked by Danny Sisko, number 74. Right back around. Petoskey shoots it in. It's deflected by Justin Smith. Sisko, what do we got, a hand pass?
I don't think the refs saw it get deflected. So that's just one of those things. They might talk it over, and it might be a face-off at center ice. Don't believe he saw it getting deflected.
Well, we want to thank everybody for joining in and watching the broadcast of tonight's game on 26 Sports and CCTV. It was also nice having Emma Lloyd as a special guest in between the second and third period. And they're discussing this one, Jeff. What do you think they saw or didn't see on that play?
Well, the ref that called the icing, he did not see the puck hit one of the Cadillac players' hands.
Yes.
So he mistakenly called it, and the other ref, Derek Graham, went and talked to him, talked it over, and said it definitely was not an icing, so the puck is going to go all the way back into the Viking zone.
And that's where the puck would have been if there was no whistle, because that was
they would have had to play it from there, yes.
They had to play it from there. So it looks like the call will be correct.
Yep, and he's explaining it to Captain Hayden Watkins right now, and he's probably going to have to go brief the coach, Graham. And it happens.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fast game. Everything happens pretty quick. So
they don't have replays like the NHL referees.
No.
And they still make a lot of good calls. I mean, tough game.
We're up here. We'll let them know if they mess up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We know Derek and
the refs are used to having everybody tell them how it's supposed to be, right?
Van Antwerp gets it through, and making a save off Danny Sisko is Connor Swaffer. There's a minute to 30 to go here. 3-0 Petoskey with the lead.
You know, if the coach aren't helping him and the players aren't helping him, the fans are up in the stands helping him. There's everybody helping those refs try to get the game called.
I tell you, all the years I reffed high school, I don't think I ever made a good call. That's what the fans told me.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Oh, dude, that hurts.
Yeah.
Coming from Jeff, you never did give me too many compliments when I was reffing your game.
Well, you called a penalty on me the other night, so.
Oh. All right.
I'm never deserving of that.
No. An angel. Puck stays right there in the circle. Behind the net now for Justin Smith. Here's a long pass, a little bit behind Tonello, turning with it and just firing it in deep is Petoskey. They will go for a change. Austin Pendrick.
They got to get the puck up the ice here. That was tipped just on the wrong side of the red line, so that is going to go all the way back for another face-off. Cadillac's been struggling just a little bit to get the puck out. And once again, we want to mention our sponsors, Napa Auto Parts, Pizza Plus, and Cadillac Tire. And we would like you to know that all of our sports broadcasts are produced with cooperation between the Wexford-Missaukee Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26, student-run cameras, graphics, and instant replays, supervised by a professional director. pretty good program they got going there with that.
We are under a minute to go here from the Wex and Cadillac. Petoskey has a comfortable 3-0 lead.
Looks like they are going to sweep the season series from the Vikings.
That probably hasn't happened for a while, I would guess. I don't know that for sure, but you can tell that this Petoskey team is definitely, they are on the rise.
Yep.
They've got a lot of talent and good things for Petoskey here in the future.
Absolutely. They had tight games with the Traverse City teams, tying one and just losing in overtime to Central. So they are for real.
All right, puck is in the corner. We're going to try and get an interview with Taylor Troxell, Jeff. So maybe I'll do a wrap-up, and you can run down there and try and get a couple words with Taylor Troxell. But the buzzer goes, and that'll end the game as the Cadillac Vikings take one on the chin here, 3-0 to the Petoskey Northmen. Petoskey played a solid all-around game, and their goaltender, Taylor Troxell, was just absolutely excellent when he had to be. So at this point, we are going to sign off and have you, hopefully you can stay tuned for the post-game show. You are watching high school hockey action on 26 Sports and CCTV. And Jeff and I will be back in just a moment for the wrap-up.